Teens influence pop culture through social media. When they see things that they like or that they're influenced by, then they'll start to post about it, they'll tell their friends, it'll become a new trend around school or on social media. And when that happens, then pop culture starts to become what teens like and what they think is new and what they think is trendy, and that is how they influence it.
Today, when teens see something they like on social media, they want it for themselves. If they go on Instagram and visit a page full of makeup tutorials, the teens will then want to go and buy the makeup they see and copy the tutorial. Depending on where the teens go, each company is now selling a larger amount of makeup than before. Another example is when a guy sees a page with new hairstyles, they then want to go and try out the new hairstyle they saw. The more teens influenced on social media, the more companies make.
7 out of 10 Americans use social media. By 2011, 69% of the public uses some type of social media. In 2016, women's use of social media was 72% and men was 66%.
The internet has 3.17 billion users and 1 million new active people are added every day to social media. That is 12 people per second. About 95% of those people are teens from ages 17 to 12.
The Twitter app has a very heavy influence on how teens experience life. They see things like challenges and trending hashtags, and they all try to follow along and try to get retweets. There are rants on Twitter and polls, which is basically teens giving their opinions online and getting a reaction. Also, there are a lot of memes that teens find relatable. Scrolling through the Twitter timeline, you find reaction pictures, funny stories, emotional videos, and students saying how stressed they are about school.
Trend going around, 13 reasons why. I had a big talk with my mom with that. She asked me, she was watching the last episode. She was like, have you ever thought about suicide? And I was like, Mom, you're really asking me that? And she's like, I just want to know your opinion. And I was like, no, I've never thought about it. I was like, I have too good of a life.
Whenever someone thinks of Facebook, they usually think about the older generations, but many teens are also using this app. Scrolling through Facebook, one can usually see a thread of videos that teens will spend hours watching, whether it be DIYs, makeup tutorials, or promposals. Facebook also slips in many ads that teens are exposed to, as well as people talking about their relationship. Most of the time, a trendy video will have a popular or catchy song in the background, and more teens hear it, the more they start to listen to the song and like it based on popularity.
Stuff people that post about relationships and when they're fighting, why? That's supposed to be between you and that person, not for the whole social media and everybody else to know. But anywho.
This is a flashback to show how teens would usually get their influence on pop culture. Instead of having devices to scroll through on Instagram pages or Twitter pages or Facebook pages, or send pictures over Snapchat, they would usually read magazines and look at pictures of makeup style and see something they like, and then they would try it out.
Do you use Facebook or Twitter more?
I use Twitter more.
What is one thing that influences you on Twitter?
Sports.
What do you hate seeing posted on Twitter?
I don't know how to say this, but sexual things. I don't like that.
Do you think people are influenced by the sexual posts on Twitter?
Yes, because people are very bad these days.
According to Ashton, students usually use Twitter to be more informed and inspired for sports. Considering a lot of the sport companies make profit on social media because of the ads and pictures of sport products posted on Twitter.
About 37% of teens from 11 to 16 years of age use Twitter weekly. Twitter is mainly used to connect with people with the same interests from all around the world, to be aware of the events around, such as politics, TV shows, award shows, school events, sports, celebrities, challenges, food, and memes.
Do you use Facebook or Twitter more?
It depends on how I feel. It depends on how I feel. Maybe I want to go on Facebook and find something, or maybe if I'm not feeling Facebook, I'll go on Twitter.
What is one thing that influences you on Facebook?
Sports.
What is one thing that influences you on Twitter?
The same thing.
What do you hate seeing posted?
Drama.
So what do you post about?
I really don't post. I mean, if I did, it's mainly quotes or whatever, kind of
Or pictures.
Not pictures, yeah, pictures too. Pictures. gotta look popular.
According to the social media poll, Snapchat is the most common app used by teens, and Twitter is the second most popular.
Do you use Facebook or Twitter more?
Twitter.
What is one thing that influences you on Twitter?
I would have to say there's a lot of partying on Twitter. A lot of videos of alcohol and drugs.
What do you hate seeing posted on Twitter?
I hate seeing animal abuse.
According to the interviews, Twitter is the most used app by teenagers in our school, which means it must be the best app to use as a teenager in high school. Twitter seems to be the most entertaining and informational app for teenagers.
About 71% of teens use Facebook to get information on current events around them or around the world rather than the traditional news sources. Also, teens use Facebook to interact with friends and family to see what challenges are going around, memes, DIYs, tutorials, advertisement, trendy fashion, and to see what events are happening in their lives.
Pop culture in our generation is what trendy things you buy when shopping and how many followers or likes you get on social media. The internet and social media are very powerful instruments, which is how it's so easy for teens to influence pop culture with just a push of a button on their phone or computer screen. However, being on social media helps teens to stay in touch with each other, be informed about school, events, and events in the real world, discover new interests, prepare for the future, and stay creative.